What's going on, everyone? It's time for another Grizz update. I'm Michael Wallace. This is Kelcey Wright Johnson. Listen, the Grizz emerged from an exciting, a thrilling, and empowering MLK weekend as the hottest team in the league. Don't look now, but you check the standings. The Grizzlies won 5 in a row, tied for the longest winning streak in the NBA going into the rest of this week. Kelcey, I think they've done it with 3 Ds. They've done it with defense, they've done it with depth, and the return of that dude, Ja Morant. What have you seen from the Grizzlies over this last 5-game winning streak that has impressed you the most?
I think even if we go back further, and it does include some losses, the Grizzlies were able to stay 500 without that dude in Ja Morant. So now he's been back for 2 games. They've gone 2-2, and what I like to see is that he didn't miss a beat. We saw that he had kind of that leadership when he was on the bench and he was injured. But now that leadership is translating really well to on the court. He's shooting 50% from the field in both games, 17 points in both games, I'm pretty sure. So I just like to see that he's right back in it, and the team has accepted him, even though he missed 8. I don't mean accepted him, but it is sometimes hard to infiltrate yourself back in after missing 8 games.
All good points, Kelcey. What I've been most impressed by is Ja's competitiveness on the defensive side of the floor. We know about the points, we know about the assists. He's led the team in both of those categories since he's been back. His double-double, his first double-double of the season against the Suns was impressive. But he also had 2 steals. He's disrupting in the passing lanes. He's being vocal on the defensive side of the floor. And if you listen to Taylor Jenkins, it's Ja Morant's competitive edge on the defensive side is his biggest growth potential. And we're starting to see that competitiveness come out on both ends of the floor. So that's been what's impressive. The Grizzlies are now headed out on a 2-game road trip. They head to Portland. Portland's got some injury issues of their own, but what can the Grizzlies do to keep this momentum going?
Yeah, I mean, they've got 2 games in Portland, right? And then they come back and they've got another double-double of the same team once again. So they're only going to see 2 teams in the next 4 games. Heading out, I talked to a couple players earlier, and the home court advantage is not really a thing this year. The travel, of course, they have to get there, but back-to-back Blazers games with a game or a day in the middle is not really a difference maker for this team. What I do think, though, is going to be, you can't stop Damian Lillard right now. He's averaging almost 30 points a game, like 7 assists, 5 rebounds, but limiting him. And I think it's going to be kind of an either-or thing for this Grizzlies team. It's either you let him go off and you stop everyone else, which is a little bit of an easier task without Nurkic and CJ McCollum. But if you're going to let him go off, you have to stop everyone. If you're going to limit
everyone else.
Yeah, it's like an either-or. Yeah. So either everyone kind of scores 10 points, you let everyone kind of just have an okay game, or you shut everyone down.
Or you shut everyone down. What the Grizzlies have been doing is shutting just about everyone down. You look at this streak, too. Top 3 in the league in defensive rating, and that's going to be important. And we also talked about the other D, depth. This team is getting 50 points off the bench in 2 of the last 3 games, basically. So those 3 things are fueling the Grizzlies right now. Let's see if they can keep it going. For Kelcey Johnson, I'm Michael Wallace. Keep it locked on all of our Grizzlies coverage at Grizzlies.com.